This video is sponsored by Squarespace. So personally, in my opinion, the Fujifilm X Half is a camera that every photographer needs to give a try. Fujifilm's recent camera releases have been really awesome, but honestly, in my opinion, the X Half has been one of my favorites. One that I never would have chose personally, but the moment I started using it, I fell in love with this camera. Let's talk about the reasons why I think every photographer should try out the Fujifilm X Half. Starting out with its size and form factor. If you're not familiar with the Fujifilm X Half, it's a point and shoot style camera, but it's a half sensor. It shoots everything vertically unless you turn your camera sideways and has a very film-esque feel to it. It looks like a small film camera, acts like a film camera, and it has a lot of cool little features that makes photography fun again. With this size and weight, it makes it a camera that I want to bring with me almost anywhere. I've brought it with me to weddings. Whenever I go out with my family and I'm just hanging out, I bring it for that as well. And it's such a fun camera to use. Not only with this form factor is it great as well, but I love the little crank wheel on the back to really make you feel like you're shooting a film camera. With the crank on the back and the additional screen that looks like a film roll showing you what film simulation you're using, this camera is so fun to use. It is tiny, it weighs nothing, it looks great, and it brings back that feel of film again. If you've ever seen any of my videos in the past where I talk about my camera collection, which I'll link one up here above, you know I have a fair amount of film cameras as well, so I do love shooting film, and that's what I think I love so much about the X Half, is the fact that it makes you get out of your head of photography and specs and cameras, and it's just about taking photos. And it really seems like Fujifilm has been focusing on this recently with a lot of their camera releases. This weight and size factor and how it enables me just to focus on taking photos because I love to take them is one of the main reasons I think everyone should be trying this camera out. I know online a lot of people feel some kind of way about the X Half, but trust me, if you're a true photographer, you're not just out here looking for like some kind of computerized camera to take the photos for you, but you just love capturing moments and really getting those photos that have feeling in them, the X Half is going to be for you. The second reason is one I already touched on, but the fact that it brings back the fun of photography. Now, I don't know about you all, but I'm a professional photographer. I actually do photography for work. I'm a full-time wedding photographer. And what that ends up turning into is that when I'm home, when I'm doing my own thing, I don't want to pick up cameras. So again, when you look at other camera brands and their huge, chunky workhorse cameras, like, I don't want to pick up one of those. Like the GFX, I'm not picking that up when I'm at home hanging out with my kids and there's a moment happening. And that's where the X Half really comes in. It's such a small, lightweight camera and fun to use that I want to pick it up for anything. Recently, my family and I went to a balloon festival and I brought the X Half with me, and it was just such a great experience. I actually even let my oldest daughter use it, and she loves using it. And that's what, again, I love about this camera. Anyone can pick it up and start using it and really get back to the fun of photography. Now, some of the specific things that make it fun to use as well is the camera roll on the back screen. You can swipe this up and down to get through any of Fujifilm's great film simulations, which we already love on our Fujifilm cameras, and they just look amazing. And since the X Half has such a small sensor, it actually makes the photos feel a little bit more film as well, which I actually really like. For most of my photos, I'm turning up the grain on them and just letting the X Half do its thing. Personally, my favorite film simulation is Classic Chrome. You all already know that, but I have also been playing around with their filters. The filters, they have other settings like light leaks and toy camera and things of that sort that you can use as well. So again, you have a lot of different options for the looks of your photos. And to top it all off, they have a film mode where the whole camera really acts like it's a film camera. And this is something only a photographer would love. So most people think it makes no sense, but it's probably one of my favorite features. Basically, once you turn the X Half into film mode, you pick a roll of film and then you have to shoot through the whole roll before you can see the photos or anything. So a normal 36 shot roll, and you can pick it. So I would pick like Classic Chrome, set it into film mode, and then I'll have to take the photos the whole time just then not being able to see anything. After every photo you take, you have to crank it like it's a real film camera, and it's just such a fun experience. After you've shot your roll too, you can use the Fujifilm X Half app, and that way you can actually develop your film, and that way you can see the photos. So it really brings back more of the slowness, slow of pace, and just being intentional about the photos you take. And I absolutely love it. I played around with the film mode a couple of times when I was at B&H's build this year, and it was really awesome to use, and I want to use it more often. And if you'd like to hear more of my thoughts about the X Half in a written format with some photo examples, you definitely need to head over to my website and check out my blog post on the Fujifilm X Half. Also, since we're talking about sharing photos and blog posts, we can't forget to mention this video's sponsor, Squarespace. In today's online world, being able to share your vision and your photos is huge, and Squarespace is going to make that easy for you. It's an online platform that will help you build your website quickly and easily, set up your own personal space on the web where people can see you, your work, and maybe even hire you for different types of photography. I've been using Squarespace for over 10 years now, and it is the cornerstone of my business where all my couples are finding me and booking me for wedding photography. Their templates make it easy to use and build your website. Everything works extremely smoothly with great customer service if you ever need help, and all the features of Squarespace are going to help your business and your online presence. We have things like analytics, commerce for physical and digital products, blog pages for blog posts like I was just talking about, and so much more. So if you need a place to grow your online presence that isn't social media, I highly recommend building a website on Squarespace. You can sign up for your first website at the link in the description for 10% off of your first website or domain. Now, the third reason I absolutely love the X Half is the film aesthetic on their photos. Honestly, in my opinion, I haven't seen a digital camera pull off a film look as well as the X Half, and I think it's because of the sensor size. With such a small sensor and it shooting vertically and then being able to add grain in and Fujifilm's film simulations, these look very film-esque. Now, clearly it's digital. It's not totally going to look like film, so all the film enthusiasts don't go off in the comments like, this doesn't look like film at all. I get it. But from a fun standpoint where I can just shoot JPEG and get a fun look out of my photos, I really love the way it looks. Check out all of these examples of photos I've taken over time. They really just look fun, and I even have brought it to weddings with me, and this is another thing that I absolutely love about the X Half. Not only is it a fun point and shoot camera, but it directly connects to the Instax printers. So I have an Instax mini printer so I can print out those little mini Instax photos, and I can print directly from the X Half, and it's almost like a perfect pairing, just made to be together, because the X Half shoots vertically and the mini Instax is already a vertical form factor, so you can take your photos and immediately print them out. I've recently started doing this at weddings, and it's really fun. The couples absolutely love it. They react to it really well. And if you're a wedding photographer watching this and you're looking to add something to your business, it's going to add a little cherry on the top for your couples, this is it. Because it's so small, it's easy to carry and take with you. And then you can also make these small little photos and give them out to people at your weddings. And on top of all that, the fact that I don't have to really edit my photos is another huge part of why I like the X Half. Shooting in JPEG and just getting what you're gonna get and not even totally knowing how it looks, especially because the viewfinder is optical, not digital, is a huge win for me. Again, it gets you out of this mode of where you're like always searching for everything to be so perfect. And you're just taking photos again. I mean, really, honestly, that's how I started. So my first official camera was the Polaroid 600. And I used to just take photos at home, you know? So like having that feeling again of just taking photos of things around me, things that I see, things that I love, really makes me love the X Half even that much more. So really, I know everyone has their feelings about this camera, and let me know them in the comments below, but if you have not tried out the X Half, please give it a try. I bet you money you will love it if you're a true photographer. However, if you're looking for something with a little more beef to it, there's the GFX 100 RF, which I've been using a lot as well, like a point and shoot camera. You could check out my playlist here about that camera and how much I love it, and I will catch you all next time.